Hello amigos, I'm Damon86 and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Chivas. We're going to have a little bit of a recap because it's been a couple of weeks since I've managed to record a video for Chivas. So we're going to get straight into it, guys, because obviously there's a lot to talk about and I don't want to have a really long video for you guys. So we're going to get straight into it. We've got a win, a loss and a draw to talk about. We'll talk about the draw first. Two away games actually and a home game. The two away games came first. The first being Mazatlan away, and we ended up drawing at 2-2. And that was a bitterly disappointing result for us. We were 2-0 up in that game. Victor Guzman scoring again, brilliant player. But unfortunately, we kind of just got sloppy, and we've had a little bit of issues controlling games in the season. I think it's mainly because Gargo is a new coach, and it's a new team, and there's a couple of new players, and so there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of new things about the club. So yeah, I mean, controlling games and controlling leads, especially 2-0 lead as well, that will come eventually. It's just, yeah, bitterly disappointing. I was going to do a video after that game actually, but I just was annoyed. It felt like a loss. I tweeted loads about it. Padilla getting the red card, that was the main issue for me. Because not only did he get sent off, but the free kick that resulted from that red card ended up being the second goal for Mazatlan. So bitterly disappointing. I tweeted out that's not the best way for him to warm Gargo up, because Gargo seems to be reluctant to play Padilla that often so far anyway. There's definitely youngsters that he seems to prefer over Padilla, and he came on off the bench. I thought that's really cool. He was really pumped up, and literally not he wasn't on the pitch for very long, matter of minutes, and he ended up getting a red card. So he has played since. He's had some minutes since. So I think we've put that incident behind us. But yeah, basically disappointing. We should have got 3 points out of that game. We were 2-0 up, like I said. We were controlling the game. We just threw away two sloppy goals. So that's all I want to say about that. And then we ended up going to Necaxa and losing 1-0. I think they've since beaten Club America. So pretty wrong if I'm wrong about that, but I know that they're a difficult side to beat this season. And at the time, I thought, really, the Necaxa, no disrespect to them, but the Mazatlan and Necaxa are definitely two teams that on paper we should be winning. Maybe not necessarily easily, but we should be winning. And to get 1 point out of those six was annoying for me. And yeah, 1-0, struggle reminded me of Chivas of recent times when we just struggled to get a shot on target and chances created, and we've been scoring a lot of penalties this season. And I quite like the value of the fact that of scoring goals from open play, and we couldn't get anything out of that game, and unfortunately we ended up losing 1-0. So not a great start, at least for this video, but we ended up on a high. We ended up playing PUMAS at home, our first home game in a few games, like 3 games, like I said, and we won that pretty comfortably, I have to say. We ended up winning that 3-1, which is absolutely epic. Cal got his first league goal for Chivas. He got his first goal at the Aquan, which is amazing. It was the first goal, and it was a really good goal as well, to be fair. And then Capitan POCHO. I can't talk enough about how I love POCHO, and I think he's an amazing captain. He takes a corner, and then Pollo Senyo comes and scores a header. He's been quite lethal. Pollo, I think he's got a couple of goals this season already. So yeah, 2-0, great. And I tweeted out, let's not give up a 2-0 lead again, because even at 2-0 now, we kind of think, well, we've got a dodgy goal in us, and I was just having Mazatlan flashbacks, and then yeah, Pocho of all players comes on, and well, he was already on the pitch, but he came and scored the third goal, which basically secured the win. They ended up getting a consolation goal at the end, but yeah, massive 3 points. But the biggest point of that whole game really was the fact that Chicharito was listed in the team selection for the first time in 14 years. Since he was last at Chivas. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was an iconic moment. To have Chicharito back on the pitch. It came on with like I think he played for like 15 or so minutes. Um, Brilliant. Like it was awesome. So great to have him back in the club and back playing for Chivas. He seems stronger than ever. He seems confident as well. He did a press conference with Gago afterwards, and he got a little bit teary eyed because he feels like a football player for the first time in the God. I mean, he's been out for like a year, so yeah, really happy for him. I couldn't be any more happier. It was a really good game, to be honest with you. It was a really good feel good game. It must have been absolutely amazing being there. Um, it would have been, I mean, the icing on the cake would have been a Chicharito goal, but that'll come. I don't know whether he's going to start many games. I think Marin seems to be the nailed on starter striker at the moment. JJ Macias as well was on the bench for this game, which is absolutely epic. I mean, it's really great to have him back. Um, but he didn't play. He didn't come off the bench. I think he's still nursing whatever injury he's been dealing with for the last couple of weeks. So, all in all, pretty decent. It would have been cool for Rangel to get a clean sheet in this game, but obviously it didn't happen. But still, we're defensively solid. We just gotta be. We gotta work on that. Basically, we've got to work on our um, defensive strategy and seeing our games and being confident in our wins in the winning situations. So yeah, it's pretty epic at the moment. It's nice to have a bit of a win after a shoddy couple of games before that. We also got another win against Forge in the Champions League as well, which is epic. We're through there, and we're going to be facing Club America 3 times in like 10 days or something stupid. That's gonna be crazy, to be honest with you. And it's coming up soon. It's in March, so 3 Clásicos in a month. It's gonna be a bit much, but we'll see how it goes. We saw in the club we got. I mean, Club America are not doing that great. They're not the Club America of the last couple of years. They're beatable in a bit of a weird way. So I think it's going to be a really good game. Cal hitting some form. Chicharito in the squad. JJ Macias back. POCHO Guzman's the top scorer at the moment. 6 goals, I believe. We're in some decent form, to be honest. We're scoring goals. It's just conceding them. So I think all three are going to be interesting games, interesting lineups. I'll go into them more details nearer the time. Yes, brilliant. Like I say, we're in the kind of like the playoffs in the Liga spots at the moment, which is cool. We need to get a little bit of a run going. And the first thing we need to do is really, we got Cruz Azul at the weekend. That's going to be a huge game because I think they're still top of the league. So, yeah, that's going to be a huge game. It's away from home as well. So, yeah, so that's going to be an interesting game. There's a couple more things I wanted to talk about. Mainly the Nations League Mexico kind of preliminary roster came out. For the Mexico squad, and there's a couple of talking points for that. Obviously, POCHO Guzman's on it. A whole bunch of other GS players are on it as well. I won't go through them all, but mainly I want to talk about POCHO and MOZO. So POCHO, I mean, mate, the league's top goal scorer at the moment. He did that podcast and he told the fans that he's stepping up, he's doing his diet, he's taking responsibility. He said he was gonna give 100%, and he's doing that. He's our best player at the moment. I feel, not just the goals. It's the leadership, the way he celebrates, especially when Kate Cal got his first goal against Forge. You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Like there seems to be a real togetherness in this squad. Um, which is awesome, and you need that. Title winning sides have to have that kind of brotherhood aspect to it, and yeah, it feels like every time we score, every time we celebrate, you can just tell. And obviously, celebrations are celebrations, but I don't know. I just get this feeling that the squad's quite cohesive, and we've got less negative impacts now within the squad than we did at the beginning of the season. So, or the end of last season, should I say? So yeah, brilliant. Good to see him back on. It would have been a travesty if he wasn't called up. You know, he's, to be fair, the squad's still got to be slimmed down for the official squad, but I fully expect him to be involved. I think he's one of Mexico's best performing midfielders right now, and yeah, absolutely deserves a call. The guy that didn't get called up is Alan Mozo. I just want to stay outright that I'm not angry about it. I'm not mad. I don't want Alan Mozo to go to Mexico and get injured. He's doing really well for Chivas right now. In my opinion, only Julian Araujo is a better right back for Mexico right now. People are going to talk about that. People are going to think that's a bit of a hot take. I don't think so. So yeah, I'm not mad about it. It's just disrespectful, and I wanted to talk about it because I think it is a bit of a talking point because a lot of people have mentioned it, and it kind of went a little bit viral when it was announced because he's the best performing right back in the league right now. And I don't know, he's got a couple of assists, and he's doing really well, and yeah, it's just really odd. I heard some rumours that he might not get on with Jimmy Lozano. I don't know how true that is, to be honest with you, but yeah, just weird. Jorge Sanchez better than Mozo right now? Don't think so. Kevin Alvarez better than Mozo right now? I don't think so. Nobody's expecting him to start over Julian Araujo or any Mexico game really, but he deserves 100% to be in the squad at least. Just weird, and he's one of my favourite players as well. He's a fan favourite. His character, I don't know. Just looking at videos and photos of him, he just must be really epic to be around, and he seems to have a really good relationship with POCHO and the rest of the players. So yeah, like I said, I'm not mad about it because like I said, I'd rather him play at Chivas right now and help us win a trophy this season, rather than get injured in the Nations League or whatever. But yeah, it's just disrespectful. I just wanted to highlight. Some people say that maybe the owners of America have some impact on the team selection for Mexico. I don't know about all that, to be honest with you. All I know is that he deserved to be in the call up and he's not, and I think that's just disrespectful and dumb. I think it's really stupid. Mexico's wing back situation right now, or fullback or whatever you call them. It's not great. It's not brilliant. Arteaga's back in Liga MX now. I think all the fullbacks are in Mexico now except for Julian Araujo. Jorge Sanchez as well, but he's got 1.5 feet back in Mexico already. Blatantly know he's going to go back to Mexico in the January. So, yeah, just odd. And for me, it's another symptom of just how much of disarray the Mexican national team is right now, especially with the team's lineups and the selections. The fact that Vega's in there, I mean, I love Vega. He's one of my favourite players, but does he deserve a national team call up? I don't think so. Not based on this season. Like, he's played alright for Toluca, but I think he's only got 1 goal for them, if that. So has he done enough? Marcelo Flores should be nowhere near this squad. And I'm not bitter because obviously he's gone to Chivas. He's not, you only hate him because he's at Arsenal. But he's barely played. He got 1 goal against Chivas because of course he does. But that's it. He's got a grand total of 25 minutes of game time this tournament. Like, I don't know. Very strange. And I think there's some, if you're gonna call up some 19-year-olds, Chivas have got one you call up Chavez, one you call up Padilla, players that have actually done more in their time at the club. But I don't know, it's just weird. Like I said, I don't think Flores or maybe even Vega, I don't think they make the final cut, so I could be bitching about nothing, but it's just, I don't know, it seems to be a bit disrespectful for Chivas players right now, although I think we've got like 6 players in the squad right now, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, for American fans in particular, I've got to start getting used to that, players like Brigado, Padilla, Chavez, a couple of others, Gonzalez as well, Garcia. Even Rangel, I think it's only a matter of time before Rangel gets the senior Mexicans call up. Obviously not to start, but obviously just to be in the team. Um, yeah, I think American fans in particular need to start coming to terms with the idea that there's going to be more Chivas players in the national team than there have been over the last few years. And it's great. Like, I think even the neutrals will say, um, a good Mexico squad contains a decent amount of Chivas players. So it'll be cool to see. Anyway, that's all I want to do. I didn't want to moan too much. I'm on a high at the moment. We're doing really well. We've got a massive game against Cruz Azul away. Been a bit dodgy away, so yeah, it's a massive game. And will Chicharito start that game? Marin hasn't exactly been brilliant. He's been alright. He's scoring a lot in the first few games of the season, but he's dried up a little bit of late. And it is telling for me that POCHO is our highest goal scorer at the moment. I don't think Piojo is doing very well. Marin, like I said, I think he's dried up. Padilla, I think, can do well. He's just not getting the minutes right now. So our front line's getting a little bit weird and a little bit stale at the moment. And hopefully we can get Chicharito in and get JJ in, and it kicks on a bit more. Our strikers start scoring goals hopefully. But I just wanted to end the video there, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm quite happy with how Chivas are going right now. We've got a healthy-ish mixture of senior players and youth players. I've missed out players that have done really well. I know that, but it's just a good situation. Obviously, you can kind of write the season off because Gago's it's his first season, and we've signed a few players and we've brought some players in. But we've got every chance and every right to be in Liga this season. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But let me know in the comments about everything we've spoken about today. MOZO, POCHO, Chivas right now, the last 3 games. Cruz Azul next game, and then obviously we've got all the American games after that. So let me know in the comments what you think. Have I missed a player out that's doing really well right now that I haven't mentioned? And what about players that have not been doing well that I haven't mentioned? I'm just really happy right now. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying when we win. I'm just taking it game by game and enjoying it. And that's all we can do. And you know what? Like I always say, I've said a million times, as soon as we get to Liga, anything can happen in Liga. And Gago's a little bit of an unknown in regards to other teams and other managers. So, it'll be interesting. But anyway, guys, have a really good week. Sorry again for the big gap between videos. I'm trying to get videos out as much as I can. It just depends on what my work roster is and what my daily schedule is, when I can get time to actually record videos, and then edit them and then send them out to you guys. But I'll try and get more regular with it. And so I appreciate the wait, and I appreciate you watching this video after such a big wait. So appreciate you guys. I really do appreciate you. And so take it easy, guys. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. It would be really awesome if you can. Trying to grow the community as best as I can. And take it easy. Have a good week, and I'll see you guys very soon to talk about the Cruz Azul game. So adios, guys. Take care.